Okay, with this, I wanted to go over kind of the importance of keyword selection. And the keyword is basically what somebody is going to enter into Google when they're looking for something. So, say for instance, you're looking for fine wine, right? When you punch fine wine in, it comes up with some other suggestions. Okay, so this is maybe what somebody might punch in. And if you have the word fine wine for um, your keyword, then you are possibly going to be found, right? But there's a lot of other people out there that have websites that are using the keyword fine wine. So if you can break that down a little bit and go to a more narrow topic, a way to find those is what you call like keywords A to Z, right? So what you're going to do is type in fine wine, then you're going to hit a space, and you're going to hit A, right? So then you're going to see all of these keywords that come up as ideas, right? So then you can hit backspace and you can hit B, right? And it's going to come up with some suggestions for B and then C, right? And you're going to go through, so you can actually go through every letter of the alphabet and get all kinds of different ideas and suggestions for some of the more popular keyword searches that are done in Google is kind of what it's suggesting for you. Okay. So that's one way of getting some ideas, and that's written out right here in the first step. Now, a keyword is really something that is going to define where and how you're indexed in Google. So you want your keyword to really surround and be connected to your article in a way that really kind of encompasses what your article's about, right? So if you can narrow it down a little bit, you're going to have less people competing for that same keyword. So doing good keyword research, which is what I'm talking about right now, A to Z keywords, that's what I just went over about putting ABC in your search engine, okay? That's one way of going about it. And that's for searching like specific topics. So if you have a topic that you're writing about. Now, when you're looking for a topic that may be trending, okay, that is when you would use Google Trends. And that is another resource that will help you find a keyword, not necessarily on a defined topic, but you're going to find out what is kind of trending at the moment, or how a word trends, or when it trends. And that's another thing that can help you out too. So there's a couple different ways that you might think about getting a keyword, right? So if you're doing an article for, food and wine pairing, and you're going to do the recipe for chicken, you don't want the keyword to be chicken. If you're doing baked stuffed chicken, right, then you can do an article on baked stuffed chicken, and that narrows down that chicken topic, right? So if you was to do, um, baked chicken with apples and walnuts, that's going to narrow it down even more. So you see what I'm saying? So same way with like landscaping. Instead of just doing landscaping, you might do landscaping and urban gardening, right? So you're really kind of narrowing down that search topic that you are looking for. So, kind of, thinking about your keyword and selecting the right keyword is really the best way of going about it. Now, there's some keyword tools out there. You could set up an account with AdWords, and you can use Google's free tool, but the information it gives you is kind of generic or general. So I've tried to find other ones that are cheaper. I've tried to find other ones that are better. I've tried to find anything outside of Jaaxy, and this is the cheapest, most effective keyword research tool out there. So the way that I use it is you get 30 free searches to start. So if you do some keyword research before you actually do the search, it'll give you like 10 of the highest, search topics, and the rest will be blurred out because it's a free version of it. And you can get quite a few keywords off of that research, and kind of learn a little bit more about that. So actually, if you go to the bottom of that page, you click on that link, it'll take you right to Jaaxy, and you could set up your own account, okay? And I'll explain a little bit about what Jaaxy does and how it works well for being able to actually get a good keyword, okay? So you're going to see right here, I've been working on, my story, right? And I've been kind of doing an article on, kind of where I've been in life and what shaped me and what's brought me to the point that I'm at. Just kind of general story about me for my blogging system, right? So I did my keyword research as your story, right? So when you look at this, you get the average number of searches per month is 953. So that's a pretty well searched. Your story is pretty well searched in search engines. The traffic that you could potentially get per month, right, if you index well, is going to be about 163 off of that. QSR is how many websites are generally competing for that same keyword. So out of 953, there's 97 competing, and it makes it a great keyword, okay? Now, when you find keywords that are up in the 300 and there are only a couple people over here searching for or have a website for that keyword, you're really, you're really doing well when you can, get articles that are like that, that are, that are great, and you get a high search. So here's one to show you. So if you do like free Bitcoin mining, right? You're going to see a huge difference in some of the SEO. So you'll see the power of actually what you can do with free Bitcoin mining, right? So let's do this again here, and it'll give us the other, right? So you've got 1,157 people searching for it, right? And you've only got 45 websites competing for it. Right, so Bitcoin mining software, free Bitcoin mining software, 334 people that search for it, and there's only 33 people that have websites. That means you can index well for that word, right? So there's a major benefit to having this tool. And if you get it, you can even get it for a month and then cancel your subscription and, use the keywords that you have and then go back and get it later on. So you don't have to be a reoccurring $50 a month. All you have to do is just make sure you cancel it out before that charge comes around the next time. And then just go back and, buy another month and do that. So, that's a great way to do it. You can save the lists, right? So once you can see I have an L here. I have saved lists, and I've downloaded a lot of them to my computer so that I have all of this information in my, in my website, in my computer. So all I have to do is just go and search through some of the results that I already have. I already have all the information and everything laid out. So really, you could do a lot in that month that you have your Jaaxy account. And it is definitely the best keyword research tool out there. So when you find a good keyword that's easy to index for and is getting a lot of traffic, you're going to index faster. You're going to index higher up in the search engine results, meaning that when you go and you search, right, so if you go and search Bitcoin, right, and you hit enter, right? When you index well, right, that means that you are up here in this part of, when somebody searches for a specific topic, you're in the first couple pages, and the higher up, the closer to the top, the first couple pages that you get, the more traffic that you're just naturally going to get, because people just always naturally go to the first few pages rather than the last few. So by indexing well and doing good keyword research and finding finding words that are researched a lot with not a lot of websites competing for it, using this information that we get here with this information and using it to the best of your ability, and doing that over and over again. Like, so you could do a free Bitcoin mining, but then when you do free Bitcoin mining software. That's another whole article. You're just going to rewrite it and do it in a different keyword and some different pictures, and there you go. Now you have another, really good keyword term out there getting traffic in, right? So every time you write a keyword, another word, another, article around one of these great keyword searches like Bitcoin mining rig, right? So you've got 648 people, searching for it, but you have 73 people that have websites on it. It gives you 111 people a month on the average. It's a 91. It's a great keyword. So, when I say that there's, a lot of good future content like Bitcoin trading, right? Even that, 7,163 searches, and there's 175 websites competing for it, but there may be some people buying ads too, So Bitcoin miner, right? 8,650. There's only 100 people with websites, and it's a great keyword search term, and you're getting, a lot of people off of that terminology. So doing keyword research and doing articles around different keywords is a powerful way of getting your indexing well, getting indexed higher and faster all the way around. And just make sure that when you're writing your articles, you're incorporating your keyword and you're not stuffing it, right? So you want something that actually works and you can flow. And sometimes you'll have to use it as the end of one sentence in the beginning of another, or the end of one statement in the beginning of another. You'll have to write it in there kind of, but you can make it work and have some fun with it, do some research, and you'll see how much better and how much more traffic you get through your search engine optimization. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.